And big breaking news coming in. This is in connection to the entire Liquorgate saga, ladies and gentlemen. After Manish Sisodia was denied bail, now the ED has summoned Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on the 2nd of November. That is the big piece of breaking news that's coming in, where the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Arvind Kejriwal for the entire investigation into the Liquorgate scandal. And this summons has been given to Kejriwal for the 2nd of November. Now, Kejriwal will appear before the Enforcement Directorate on the 2nd of November. Big piece of breaking news that's coming in connection to the entire Liquorgate saga. Remember, Manish Sisodia was denied bail by the Supreme Court because Supreme Court said that the money trail of over 300 crore had been tentatively established by the agencies. And now Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. I'm joined by my colleague Rupashri Nanda on the broadcast. Rupashri, give us the details.
Well, what we are getting to know from our sources within the Aam Aadmi Party is that Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been served a notice by the Enforcement Directorate to appear before it on the 2nd of November. But on what context and what is the issue exactly that want to question the Chief Minister on, that information is not available yet. But remember, Chief Minister has already been questioned once by the CBI. He was summoned by the CBI for questioning earlier this year. And on that day, according to sources within the CBI, it had been said that he had been summoned as a witness and not as an accused. But we do not know, what the Enforcement Directorate apprehensions about the Chief Minister. And remember, this development is extremely significant because it comes on a day when the Supreme Court has actually denied bail to former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, and for the first time actually said that tentatively, as you pointed out, over 300 crores rupees money trail has been established. And that one remark has actually, caused a lot of, basically confusion and anxiety within the Aam Aadmi Party. And immediately after the bail order was pronounced today, even though there were a lot of people who were supposed to speak to the press, nobody turned up, and nobody actually spoke to the press until 4 p.m. today. So that was the kind of shock that the Aam Aadmi Party created the verdict with. Clearly, it was not prepared for such a damaging verdict because what we learned from our sources is that nobody was prepared for the kind of verdict that the Supreme Court gave on Manish Sisodia's bail plea. So definitely extremely tough times for the Aam Aadmi Party. Remember, Sisodia continues to be in jail at least for the next 3 months. The trial is going to be over, according to the Supreme Court, between 6 months to 8 months. It can be longer. So 2024 general elections, Sisodia will be completely out. Sanjay Singh is already in jail. The other person in jail is Vijay Nayak. And now the Chief Minister is being questioned. So clearly, this is perhaps one of the toughest moments for the Aam Aadmi Party to be seen what exactly the ED would want to know from the Chief Minister.
Also joined by Anshul Singh on the broadcast. So Anshul, when it comes to the entire Liquorgate saga, now Arvind Kejriwal being summoned by the Enforcement Directorate, his top lieutenants are in prison in connection to the scandal. And now what we are seeing is that the Delhi Chief Minister will face the ED heat.
So yes, this is another setback that can be said for the Aam Aadmi Party at this point in time, because remember, today itself, Manish Sisodia was denied bail in this entire matter, and also the charge sheet that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate in this entire matter. In fact, the name of Delhi CM Kejriwal has at least been mentioned 11 times in that charge sheet. Now, who are the people who has been taking his name? These are the people who are the prime accused in this entire matter, and also people who have turned approver in this entire matter. Basically, the entire allegation against Arvind Kejriwal is that he was the person who knew about this entire manner in which money was being siphoned on, or the manner in which this policy was being formed by Manish Sisodia at that point in time. In fact, there were several meetings that happened between Arvind Kejriwal and especially the South lobby in this entire matter. In fact, a few of these meetings happened at the residence of CM Arvind Kejriwal as well, is what the allegation has been made through the statements of these accused in this entire matter. So yes, today the Enforcement Directorate has gone ahead and summoned Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, to be present before the Enforcement Directorate on the 2nd of 2nd of November. But remember, before this, the CBI, who is also looking into this investigation, had in fact called Arvind Kejriwal to join into this investigation just a few months ago. And now the CBI calling now the Enforcement Directorate calling Arvind Kejriwal to join into the investigation is again a big setback for the Aam Aadmi Party, because remember, there were discussions that happened within the courtrooms as well, where it was being said that if the money was eventually transferred, in some way or the other, or siphoned off in some way or the other to the bank accounts of Aam Aadmi Party, and that money was eventually used in the elections, then Aam Aadmi Party should also be made a party to this. This was a suggestion that was given by one of the judges, whereas on the other hand, the Enforcement Directorate lawyers said that no one who is involved in this entire crime would be let go of, and hence Arvind Kejriwal being summoned and the ED already in some way or the other preparing to make Aam Aadmi Party a member or a party in this entire case is definitely being seen as mounting trouble for the party. Now, once again, if at all Arvind Kejriwal goes ahead and joins the investigation on the 2nd of November, it is going to be very interesting to see if at all what kind of questions are being asked to Arvind Kejriwal by the interrogators, because yes, there are allegations that have been made in which it has very clearly been stated by the people who have been alleged of the crime and by the people who have turned approver in this entire crime, that yes, Arvind Kejriwal knew about the entire process in the manner in which this entire policy was being formed. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal was also privy to the information as to how much cut or how much share is to be distributed amongst the stakeholders in this entire matter, and hence Arvind Kejriwal being present in the investigation is a very important step that has been taken by the Enforcement Directorate today.
Right, we're also joined by Arunima on the broadcast. Arunima, we're also learning, and this is something that you're putting out as well, that top sources say that new revelations have come to light after Sanjay Singh's questioning, and the Chief Minister will be asked to clarify these new leads which have emerged from the questioning. Give us more details.
So this is not the first time that Chief Minister has been asked by both agencies. He's earlier faced both the CBI and the ED, and that was when Manish Sisodia was at the center of the investigation. There were a lot of revelations about Manish Sisodia back then. Where are the files, for example? Why are the important cabinet notes missing? And Arvind Kejriwal then, as per sources, had said that he was not aware. Whatever was done at the behest of then Excise Minister, which was Manish Sisodia. Subsequently, Sanjay Singh's arrest has led to fresh details. Multiple charge sheets have been filed by ED in this case, and new set of investigation, new set of leads have led them to Sanjay Singh. Sanjay Singh has been confronted with witnesses, with approvers who have confirmed how this money trail went up. At least 2 crore rupees is what the ED had confirmed in their remand notes that led up to Sanjay Singh. Was Arvind Kejriwal aware? Did Arvind Kejriwal actually say that we need to raise 100 crores as far as election campaign is concerned? Was this 100 crore rupees raised via the change in excise policy? All kinds of allegations have been made. There have been acceptance by the ED, even in the Supreme Court, that they are taking legal opinion to see whether Aam Aadmi Party itself can be named as a beneficiary. Who is the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party? Arvind Kejriwal. So there too, is there a liability which is made out? So there are a number of questions that the investigating team of the Enforcement Directorate now have for the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, as well as for the Chief Minister of Delhi, and that's why he has been asked to come on 2nd of November. Whether he appears or he seeks more time, that remains to be seen.
Right, we're also joined by Shankar Anand on the broadcast to get more details as this big twister has emerged in the Liquorgate scandal, ladies and gentlemen. Shankar Anand, और क्या डिटेल्स है आपके पास? हमें जानकारी मिल रही है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर अरविंद केजरीवाल को एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट के बिफोर अपीयर होना है 11 बजे नवंबर 2 को।
निश्चित तौर पर देखिए, इस वक्त की बड़ी खबर कही जा सकती है कि दिल्ली सरकार के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को पूछताछ का समन भेजा गया है और पूछताछ के लिए 2 नवंबर को ईडी मुख्यालय में बुलाया गया है। और जिस तरह से मामले की अगर बात करें, देखिए दिल्ली सरकार की आबकारी नीति मामले में जिस तरह से फर्जीवाड़ा किया गया और इस मामले में तकरीबन 2 दर्जन से ज्यादा लोगों से भी इस मामले में पूछताछ की जा चुकी है और इस मामले में कई आरोपियों की गिरफ्तारी भी हो चुकी है। लेकिन जैसे जैसे तफ्तीश का दायरा बढ़ता जा रहा है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान में कई महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियों को, सबूतों को इकट्ठा किया गया और उसी के आधार पर दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को पूछताछ का समन भेजा गया है। हालांकि पिछले अगर कुछ महत्वपूर्ण बयानों की अगर बात करें तो मनीष सिसोदिया के खिलाफ जिस तरह से बकायदा केस रजिस्टर्ड हुआ था और मनीष सिसोदिया का स्टेटमेंट जो है वो भी बेहद महत्वपूर्ण है। और इसके साथ ही बाद में जिस तरह से संजय सिंह का स्टेटमेंट दर्ज हुआ और इसके साथ साथ कई ऐसे आरोपी जो अब सरकारी गवाह बन चुके हैं, वो बयान जो है निश्चित तौर पे वो अरविंद केजरीवाल के लिए मुश्किलें